Hey, if you want to learn how to become an independent filmmaker or a filmmaker in general, I've got a book which I wrote with a buddy of mine. It's called Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking. You can actually buy it off of here. I'm going to put the link down here at my website, fatbidin.com. It's only a couple of ringgit, and it's really good because it has many different chapters, the process of filmmaking, and each chapter I interview a Malaysian filmmaker who gives advice and tips of from their experience. So yeah, yay, link is down here. Yay. Okay, you are watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club, and I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli. And as usual, every week we watch a local film. And as usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we had the gala premiere of Kuman Pictures. Bro, right?
Yeah.
Got poster at the back there. Okay, so yeah.
It looks creepy and I'm really scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are.
We did that already.
Oh, we did that already. So we watched the keropok flew out. So I'm glad you're not wearing pajamas in this episode.
Yes.
Okay, so we have watched
Bro.
Hey,
Okay.
well, you tell what it's about. It's directed by Emir Azwan.
I don't want to.
Emir Azwan, and produced by Kuman Pictures, whom we have a close relationship with.
I don't know if Kuman Pictures will agree with that, but sure.
Why not? Right? We always get invited to the premieres.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it about? You tell them.
Oh no, I can't.
No, come on.
No, it's all you.
Let's mix it up today.
I can't.
You can.
I really cannot.
Why not?
Cannot lah.
So Ro is actually okay. So Ro seems to be about this family.
It seems to be.
It seems to be about this family that lives in the forest, right? Okay, they live in the forest, and it's a mother and her two kids, a son and a daughter. And it all starts when a sort of like abandoned child follows her kids to her house. And so she takes the kid in, she cleans her, feeds her, and then the next day the kid commits suicide in her house. And then she takes the kid and she dumps the kid at some date tree in the middle of a clearing.
In the forest.
And then weird shit starts to happen lah. And before the kid slit her throat, she said by the end of the week or something like that, by the full moon you will all die. And then she slits her throat. And she also ate all their chickens.
Yeah, live chickens. There's like blood everywhere in the front door of their house.
We thought she ate a baby, but then we realized that would have been a bigger reaction if she had eaten a baby.
Because I thought I saw like a baby
arm,
leg or arm or whatever on the floor. Then apparently it's like,
it's just a chicken.
Cakak ayam.
Yeah. So anyway, then weird shit starts to happen, and then this old lady named Tok comes, and she tells them something weird, something bad has entered this area. And then the daughter sort of goes missing, and then sort of gets possessed, and they want to leave. And there's also a hunter played by Namron who's looking for that little girl.
Can I add?
Yeah, please add.
You said that
it's very all over. So.
Yeah, well, at the beginning, it actually starts off with, which you forgot to mention, I think, the kids found a dead deer hanging from a tree.
Dead deer hanging from a tree.
And then when they went home, and this is right at the beginning, the first act of the film, where the mother tells them a story about
a hunter.
A spirit hunter of some sort who goes around hunting children and deer, right? Yeah, and if you ever hear or feel like there are signs that that spirit hunter is nearby, and you have to like knock some stones and say what?
Don't bring me their heart or something.
Bring me their bagi hati or something like that lah. Some
Bawa
mantra.
hati or something. Yeah.
You know. So so that sets the tone for the children, and all the
mystical
their
happenings.
adventures going out into the forest is set. The tone is set by that story.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then okay lah. So there's a hunter who's looking for that girl who killed herself, and then there's this old woman who's giving them warning signs and things, and then there's this family who's trying to I don't know, survive, I guess is the best word to use.
Yeah.
And I like the film, so I don't want to say more lah. But basically that's what.
Yeah,
it's
because we can't spoil.
Yeah.
If we review more, there'll be spoilers.
We cannot.
So
tell
you gotta
So
watch
basically
the
that's
film.
it. It's just these 5 fools, and
Yep.
figure it out yourself.
Okay, so
we like the film.
we like the film. No. The film was shot very beautifully. It's a beautiful film, shot very nicely, edited so cleanly, and the colors and the way it was done very nicely. And I know that every time in a review where we start talking about how it's shot so nicely and all that, and the audio is nice, and that means we don't like the film. But this one is we actually like this film. It's done very well, you know. I like the fact that it's a story that is told in a time that we don't know. We know it's like in the past, like in history lah, because there's no electricity. It's like olden Malay times, right? But we don't know exactly when.
But
right?
I don't really think that it's also really older Malay times, because it could just be this, like, you know, orang asli settlement.
But they're not orang asli, they're Malays.
I know, so maybe they're living in like a jungle somewhere. I mean, like an orang asli settlement, and just very disconnected from people.
Maybe,
not likely,
but
you know,
not likely, because they're talking about villages across the river and all that,
okay,
you know.
Fair.
Yeah, and it's not orang asli because it comes out. The film starts with a quote from the Quran, you know. So straight away you assume they're Malays and they're Muslims already, you know. What kind of Muslims we don't know lah, isn't it? And I like that. And we don't see any other characters other than these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Right?
6 lah, plus the girl.
No, the dead little girl. Children of the Corn girl, right? She's very scary.
She's very scary. She haunted me for days.
Yeah.
Even though I saw the actual girl at the premiere,
she
still haunted me for days.
Yeah.
God.
And wait. Oh, never mind.
Why?
No, I wanted to say that we were at the premiere and we wanted to play some footage of the premiere. Right?
We were at the premiere.
So shall we play it now? Or
Yeah.
should we have played it earlier just now?
We can play here.
Okay,
So
play it
this
here.
was the premiere.
Okay. We're inside. We're going to do another review because Amir was kind enough to give us like a seat in
pictures
Indulge. Yeah, Indulge.
And we are like a bit jacuzzi because we never see got blanket.
Blanket. They give comforter.
And then can order food.
Got
keropok
iPad,
leko.
no, got iPad.
No, 10 ringgit keropok leko dia.
Leko deh.
But it's 10 ringgit.
Oh my god.
10 ringgit.
Oh my god. Yeah.
My Milo is feeling very like... My Milo is feeling a bit self-conscious right now.
Adik, Putri dia membawa watak
just
adik
walking to the-
dalam filem ini. Mia membawa watak Along dan Emak oleh Farah Ahmad dalam filem. Jadi dalam filem ni tak ada nama watak Aminah ke John ke Jody ke. Yang ujung. Ini
Tak baik. Teman-teman tiap hari juga.
ini bawa watak Tok. Okey. Dia akan bawa watak Tok dalam filem ni.
Filem roh.
Filem roh.
Okey.
Okey.
Untuk pengetahuan saja je, yang ini adalah ibu kepada yang ini.
Dan ini adalah isteri kepada yang ini.
Pendek kata, ini adalah filem anak beranak. Okey, itu saja kan?
Okey, terima kasih.
Enjoy the movie.
Jangan bagi diorang selimut lah, nanti diorang tutup dah orang tak tengok.
Okay, so that was the premiere. And then Yeah. At the premiere, though, we also found out that Namron and his wife are both in the film.
Yeah.
So Namron plays the hunter, and his wife plays the old lady. And,
The old lady, the Tok.
Yeah, the Tok. That's his
Oh,
wife.
wow.
And then one of the children and the mother in the film are also actually
Real mother
and
son.
or daughter. We're not sure.
Yeah. So I like the movie. There are no, you don't see. Shall I say that you don't see any ghosts really? You don't see
It's
any.
not really a ghost film. It's just very mystical. I think.
It's very mystical. Although something gets revealed at the end,
Yes.
which you have to catch. If you don't catch, you miss it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't do. Look, I hate all these modern horror movies that does a lot of these jump scares and bang, scare you, boom, terkejut, boom, or like what Alita says, terkujut, right?
But it was very consistently scary.
Yeah, and it plays with your mind.
Yeah,
you know, it's a very smart film.
And you just don't know what's happening.
you don't know what's happening, and
And that's what makes it scary.
Yeah, yeah.
And then suddenly the children of the corn girls shows up and you're like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah. And I think the Quran, the quote from the Quran that comes out, it shows. I think if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, it talks about how people have different facets to their lives that they show or they don't show to people.
Oh,
Or maybe the quote in the Quran doesn't say that.
I actually don't remember
It probably
the
means
quote from the
something else.
Quran, so
but
I can't really help you
but
here.
this is what I get from the film, right? It's a film that talks about. It's very metaphorical and symbolic to show that you can never know what a true person's nature is like.
Yeah.
You know?
So the theme of the film is basically deception.
Ah.
It's a very deceptive film, but it's very only in the third act lah. Towards like the last 5 minutes, does everything sort of become clear?
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually become clear unless you're really paying attention.
Yep.
Because if not, then you're like, what the hell is this film about? I don't get it.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to like use brain.
And
a bit.
that first part where everything is not very clear builds to the scariness, the scariness of the film.
So the
You
horror
don't know
genre.
what's going on, yeah.
So when you think horror, you always think like jump scares. You always think ghosts. You always think.
Except if you're born in the
Satan or
70s like me and we saw like The Exorcist and you saw Children of the Corn and all that.
Okay, fair.
And then you see all these new films. That
And then
screws up horror lah.
so then
Yeah.
you see this film, and it's very mystical. It plays on that. I wouldn't say like pseudo religious thing lah, but it does play a little bit on like, sort of adat stuff where like you can do these things, you can't do these things. There are good energy, bad energy. Because they're living in the forest, right?
Yep.
So the mother talks about, the sister also says like the boy was talking about the deer. He said, oh, we could eat the deer for a whole week. Then the sister said, remember, you cannot simply take things from the forest. It doesn't belong to us.
Jangan tegur. Mak kata mak cakap jangan tegur.
Jangan tegur. Stuff like that.
Angah rasa sebab Angah tegur lah.
Yeah. So
things
it
like that.
plays on all of this, like, but it's not full on in your face religious. It's not full on in your face trying to scare you. It's not trying to convert you or preach to you. Everything is very subtle, but it's consistently scary because it plays on your uncertainty. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? What's happening? Why are people dying?
Yeah.
Why is the tree on fire? And it's just, everything is so unclear to you that you're just like trying your best to concentrate on the film so that you can get your answers. And it just continues lah, like you said, like builds lah, right? And then like another thing happens, it just consistently gets more and more fucked up, and you're like, but why?
Yeah, I like the way how it plays with religion and how I think, right, if you want to intellectualize it, right? To me, it feels like it was a critique of how the Malays like to believe in the religion, and they mix like actual religious information and religious knowledge with the taboo and superstition of the Malay beliefs. Yeah,
Superstition.
Yeah, right. Like no, see, it was a purpose. It was an intentional slip. Because
Freudian.
I wanted to also not Freudian. Right? It's a slip because I was also trying to refer to, the mystical Taoist and Buddhist religion where they have stupas.
Of course you were. I believe you.
So
yes.
okay, no, yeah. So I think it plays on how Malays like to mix religion and superstition and make it as one. You know, I don't see the film as trying to say it's correct or wrong in that sense, but it's like that. You know, I think the film is just trying to say it's just like that. You know, yeah. And then through all that, because of, I don't know, ignorance or too smart, right? People use all this to deceive other people. You know?
I see that point, and I raise you this.
Oh.
I feel like because of the end lah, you know what is said at the end, the monologue that happens at the end, right? I feel
It wasn't a monologue, it was a
yeah, but okay,
dialogue.
soliloquy maybe.
No, dialogue.
Because she was the one that was talking the okay lah, fine. The dialogue at the end. I felt that what was said was that religion tends to play on people's fear.
Yeah.
And people are so easy to manipulate because they are always so afraid.
Yeah.
So I didn't really feel that it was trying to play on like, how Malays are always superstitious or whatever, or even people in general are always playing into superstition and religion, and they intertwine the religion and the superstition. I think it was just a case of showing that it's so easy to play on people's fear and to manipulate them. And yeah, that is kind of a commentary of how, today anyway, religion is kind of preached to us.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of fear mongering. It's a lot of do this or you go to hell. Do this or you're sinning. Do this or so it's all about fear.
Yep. But here's the thing, Malays fear superstition. We are
that's also
so
true.
afraid
Syirik.
of walking in the jungle. No, syirik is fear of the religion. But this is fear of superstition also, because people are afraid to walk in the jungle or to pee on a tree because there might be a penunggu there who's going to make your balls grow into the size of, I don't know, watermelons, you know? Or you're not supposed to tegur somebody or something that you see in the jungle because, you know, that thing might make your balls grow on your forehead, you know?
Or kill your whole family.
Yeah, or good.
Eat all your chickens.
You know? So yeah.
alive.
So it's fear of everything, you know? And because of all that fear and plus ignorance and plus superstition and plus, very shallow knowledge of things and beliefs and all that,
Humans are easy to
we
manipulate.
manipulate everybody lah, you know? Yeah.
So the moral of the story is use your brain, think a bit, and don't be so scared.
So you know what? I think now the conclusion for me could be is that if you're afraid of horror films like this, you're just like those Malays who are afraid of everything also.
But I was kind of afraid. So what are you saying about me?
You everything also scared. Jump scare, you know it's an editing job also, you're scared. You know an editor did that on purpose. You know, and still you know. Whereas in my mind I can really see this editor who is in a dark room, who got no life, you know, I'm gonna scare people. We do this jump scare to scare people lah. You know what I mean? So yeah. So what's the conclusion I made, you know?
The people who watch this film are the same people who are afraid of superstition. People who watch this film and are afraid are also the same people who are afraid of superstition and don't pee on trees.
Okay lah, whatever lah. But at the end of it, should you watch the movie?
Yes,
You
please
should
watch
watch
the
the
film.
film.
It comes out next week on the 19th of March.
Yeah.
And you should watch it. It's great. Kuman Pictures still has that initiative of paying royalties to everybody on the cast and crew. So definitely go watch it so people can get paid. Being a filmmaker or a part of a cast and crew in Malaysia is not a very high paying job. So please watch it so people can get paid.
I need to voice out though. This is going to be something that's against what you just said. Don't watch it because you feel you need to pay these people. Watch it because it's
Yeah,
good.
but
and hence they get rewarded
deserve
for
to
it.
be paid because it's a good film.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
if
saying.
it's bad, then don't pay them.
Yeah lah, I wouldn't tell you to go watch it if it was bad.
Yeah. So then so this film is directed by Emir, right?
Yes.
And he did the short film RM10,
Yeah.
which Fat Bidin Film Club has reviewed in a very, very episode that was very, very long time ago.
With a different
right,
host.
with a different co-host, right? And if I try and find it, I'll link it here, right? And then you can see the review that we did of RM10, which was an excellent short film as well, right? And this is Emir's first feature.
Oh, congratulations! Yay,
Nice,
first
man.
feature.
Yeah, it's a
we should
very,
start
very
having
nice
like confetti or whatever for people's first features. We seem to say congratulations to them a lot.
Only if it's good lah.
No.
If it's bad, then we say don't do it again, and hopefully you don't have a career.
No, we always say like do better. I don't
No,
know.
if they got potential, then we say do better.
Yeah.
You know, like the other.
The Fisk boys.
Yeah, what was the movie? that they did?
Suraya.
Suraya, right? It's not a very good movie. It was okay, right? But you can see you got potential, so please
Yeah.
do more. Whereas those who feel like are so lousy, please lah, stop lah. Okay, go work in the bank, right? We will tell you to work in the bank.
Anyway, watch it.
Yeah, watch it.
19th of March. Mark your calendars. Buy your tickets. It's a really good film. Let us know what you think when you've seen it. Let us know if you've seen it already. Let us know what you think.
Whatever lah, you want to
Comment,
let us know,
like,
just comment lah.
subscribe.
Okay, thumbs up, thumbs
Let us know
down,
what to watch.
subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms at @FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You've been watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming Zan Azli.
And I'm Syah Ibusawan.